folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today. Oh yes, I haven't made an enthusiastic intro like that in a very long time. Destiny has brought you to my channel today, because I want to speculate together with you about the next Sorcery set. There have been some rumors, that's the better way to say it, right? There have been some rumors about space sets, because Archimage is like a space mage. I don't know. I don't get all that. I'm basing my thoughts on something completely different, and that's history. And it is Magic the Gathering history, I have to admit that. Before I let you know what I think the next set might look like, what I think the theme of the next Sorcery TCG set is, I will first let you know that the Ask and Rask 3 tournament, the tournament I organized together, I should name myself last, but I have to start the sentence with organize. The tournament I organized together with Heine from the White Rabbit Game Store, as well as Sophie and Jens from Cardboard Guide, is almost sold out. That means end of this month in Austria at the Wandraschek Winery, we're gonna have a fucking awesome Sorcery tournament. It's the third time we did this in 2024. We did this in 2025. Yes, we have been one of the first major, if not the first major tournament in Europe. I always like to speak in extremes, you know that. I'm a very extreme, not extreme, but I'm very happy when it comes to extreme statements. Good ones, you know, not like extreme statements. That's not my thing. I'm talking about cardboard, and my extreme statement is we have been the first and the biggest tournament for Sorcery in Europe. Obviously, we just had SorceryCon that looked fucking awesome. I really have to say, everybody involved, congratulations with the fantastic long weekend. And I saw a couple of videos, I saw a couple of deck lists, I saw the panel with the artists, which is something I am very jealous about, because I always love to talk to the artists, as you know, and I always love to interview them and have a chat about Magic the Gathering, Sorcery, everything. Yes, I said Magic the Gathering twice in a Sorcery video. I think that's okay. It is what it is, folks. It's where it comes from, right? Without Magic the Gathering, we wouldn't have Sorcery. And we all know that Sorcery currently is a lot better than Magic the Gathering, so it's fair. I also had a chat with Will from Discord, as well as in my comments. And we started to chat a little bit here and there. I'm not super involved on Discord. I know that if I talk to people, I talk to people directly. And on my own Discord channel, I'm not very involved in conversations in the other channels, on the other channels. I read a lot, but it's just too much for me. That's okay. But Will and I am. It's one of those evenings. I'm having fun, and that's good. Sometimes you need to have fun making these videos. We connected a little bit over a couple of shorts I made for Sorcery. Check those out if you want to. I'm just playing around with AI a bit. And the reactions have been very mixed. Obviously, everybody hates AI. Everybody, of course, knows Sorcery is a game that has hand-painted artwork. And that's fair enough. I love Sorcery. I love the hand-painted artwork. I love the artists. I talked to a lot of them. I interviewed a few of them. I'm actually happy and proud to call myself friends of some of them. Friends. They are my friends, and I'm their friend. And that's a very nice thing to say. I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy with that, because I don't have a lot of friends. Remember that scene in Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, and Kurt Russell plays Doc Holliday. And somewhere in the movie he's with like a bad gang, and they are talking about, I think, Wyatt Earp, which is played by Kurt Russell. And a dying Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday says, he's my friend. And there's one of the bad guys saying, like, yeah, who cares? I have tons of friends. And Val Kilmer says, I don't. That's so awesome. Hey, little sidetracked here, but that's okay. We ramble. That's how it goes. We're losing viewers along the way. We're getting viewers along the way. Who cares? I like to tell stories, and stories is what we're about. And stories is what the channel is about. What I wanted to say is that Will and I, have connected or talked a little bit because I got such negative feedback on some shorts I made with AI, which clearly I just playing around a little bit with some pieces of artwork, with some cool sorcery cards, even 1 or 2 Magic the Gathering cards. I just want to see what AI can do. I'm always thinking about how would this scene evolve, what would happen here. That's what I ask the artists as well. How do you get to this scene? How do you get to this painting? And it doesn't have anything to do with making new sorcery cards, making something completely different. You see, already losing my voice here because I actually am so wound up about this. It's just a simple homage to the artists and the piece of art and the card and seeing what could happen. And AI helps me a little bit to do that. It's just sparking my imagination a bit. It's not meant to be disrespectful. It's not meant to be artificial because sorcery is hand painted. It's just looking at a card like, I don't know, the Dream Quest and thinking what would happen if the book would come alive and the dream would actually come to life as well with the sleeping woman there. And I think that's fun. And always with the respect to the artist. I don't wanna, and it's not commercial or anything. It's just fun to play around with because I love sorcery so much. I love the artwork so much. And I got a lot of hate for it. I got a lot of positive reactions for it as well. So who cares? But somebody's like, oh, this is garbage. Okay, fair enough. You think it's garbage. You think it's garbage. And that's cool. I honestly like it. Some other people like it as well. And I have to say that it's my fucking channel, so I can do whatever the fuck I want here. If Eric Curiosa would say like, hey, we don't like this, you're doing stuff with our art, but I'm using the actual card. I'm just like, yeah, it's honestly, it's not meant in a bad way. I'm just exploring creativity based on the creativity that is the art, that is the original painting. And again, non-commercially, whatever, it's all good. You know, it's this channel is so small, so reasonably schmeasonably. Excellent movie, by the way. Moritz, love it. Brody is the man. So it's definitely one of those nights. Where are we? 8 minutes, and I haven't even talked about the next set of sorcery yet. No, I wanted to defend myself. Not that I need to defend myself, but I still wanted to. That's how I got to talk with Will, because he loves the shorts. And I asked him today, hey man, I'm gonna make a video about sorcery tonight. Still looking for a subject. Any ideas? And he was like, hey, we had these talks at SorceryCon, what the next set could look like. And he actually thought about the science fiction set. At least that's what he told me. And he and his buddies found a lot of cards that referenced science fiction and space and whatever. And he said, maybe you should speculate about that. And I was like, hey, cool idea. Awesome, Will. This video is thanks to you as well. I will speculate about that. And my personal opinion about the next sorcery set is very simple. I think sorcery follows the path of Magic the Gathering. And I think that is because Eric obviously loves Magic the Gathering, has a really, really big collection, and indeed pays homage to Magic the Gathering by not only using some of the artists, not only using the whole theme, also using even some of the card names. In the beginning of the sorcery days, a couple of years ago, around the time of the Kickstarter, when the cards started to appear, I made videos about Magic the Gathering cards that are the same in sorcery, like the Psionic Blast, like the Ghost Ship, these kind of things. I love that stuff. I love the references. I love that sorcery goes back to that. And I think it's okay. It's good. It's good to reference something you love. It's the same with my shorts. It's not making something new, like sorcery does, obviously, but it's referencing something you love and something you can appreciate and something that triggers you creatively. Like, hey, how would this play out? I think Eric does this as well with sets. Of course, with Alpha and Beta, I think there have been talks about Revised, which means we don't get an unlimited version. Maybe he will do it, maybe he won't. We never know. At the moment, we got like 17 prints of Beta, which is fair. I think we got enough of that, but a revised version down the road, if Sorcery still is really big, growing even more, might be an idea. Take out some of the Power 9 or Alchemy 9, and yeah, you follow that Magic the Gathering part. Then we had Arthurian Legends, obviously. I personally think Arthurian Legends, I made a video about that as well. Let's see if I can find it and I can link to it at the end of this video. So if you want to continue watching, then just see at the end of this video, you can click. Arthurian Legends. No, I didn't take drugs. No worries. I'm just wound up. I'm just hyped up. I'm just excited about this subject. And I'm excited that I got to talk about this subject because of talking to some other Sorcery fans. And I'm only thinking in my own bubble here now, but I hope to get to talk to a lot of Sorcery fans about this at Ask and Resk 3 at the tournament we are organizing end of March. Again, almost sold out. I think we got 2 or 3 spaces left. That means we're going to have an awesome celebration, awesome Sorcery weekend in Austria. I think Arthurian Legends is very much like Arabian Nights. It's a very themed set, a small set, a set that surrounds about a certain mythological, almost fairy tale kind of story. King Arthur, 1001 Arabian Nights, I think it's called, right? 1001 Nights, wasn't there that song? I'm not gonna sing it, no worries. I think Arthurian Legends was very, very much like Arabian Nights. And I think that was super cool. I loved Arthurian Legends. I love the King Arthur myth. I love the movies. I think Arabian Nights was a fantastic set because it was small. It was very well themed. It had a couple of really cool, really strong cards. Same as Arthurian Legends. I loved Arthurian Legends because I got to open the first official Arthurian Legends box sold by Eric Scuriosa in Essen. World premiere of Arthurian Legends in Germany, and Eric joined me for the box opening. Maybe I can find that. It was a live stream, but he just joined in. I gave him a microphone. It was good fun. It was really awesome. But I love that set, and I love the vibe. And I did have a bad opening experience, unfortunately, with Arthurian Legends, because I opened several boxes, and the repetition was crazy, and I didn't get a single unique foil, which, as a collector, I hate it. So the set was fantastic. The opening experience was not that nice. Doesn't matter. Different story, different videos. Second set, obviously Gothic. I mean, we all can agree that we can compare this to the Dark, which also is a very horror-themed Gothic-like set. I recently talked to Jesper Meerfors. I had an interview with him here on camera as well, and he explained to me a lot about the Dark, and that was his kind of pet project because he loved the set. He only chose artists that were fitting the theme, and I think that worked out very, very well, especially with artists like Drew Tucker, Anson Maddox, which obviously are in Gothic as well. I recently talked to Anson, not on camera, but about his Gothic cards. Loved what he had to say about it. We'll talk about that more soon. Obviously, I talked to Drew Tucker on camera with the Arthurian Legends launch, but we also talked a little bit about Gothic. And yeah, I think these artists kind of fit. So Gothic for me is a little bit like the Dark. That means I think Eric is leaning into the Four Horsemen sets of Magic the Gathering, which, if you are not into Magic the Gathering and only into Sorcery, means that Magic the Gathering had first the Alpha, then the Beta, then the Unlimited, then Arabian Nights, then the Dark, then Legends, then Antiquities, Jesus Christ. I know my stuff, no worries. I'm just a bit hyped up and I want to say something before I actually think about it. Again, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Arabian Nights, which kind of is like Arthurian Legends. Antiquities, my favorite Magic the Gathering set, also came out in 1993. Then we had Legends, which was a little bit of a bigger set and also had like real life myth kind of characters in it. And then we had the Dark, which was the 4th expansion of Magic the Gathering, which are commonly called the Four Horsemen or the Four Horsemen sets. Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, the Dark. We already got Arabian Nights and Arthurian Legends. We got the Dark and Gothic. So I think the next Sorcery set will follow that pattern and will be one of the Four Horsemen sets of Magic the Gathering. And we already have two, of course. That means we have Legends left and we have Antiquities left. And like I just told you, Antiquities is my favorite set. Also, Legends is a bit complicated. I think Legends didn't have as clear as a theme as Eric would like. As clear as a theme to distinguish itself. And obviously, I'm in love with Antiquities. So I'm calling it here today. The next Sorcery set will be a little bit like Antiquities. That means we will get a lot of artifacts. We will get a lot of items. We will get mechanical beasts. We will get powerful sorcerers. We will get autonomous golem stuff. Everything mechanized. We will get schematics. We will get new stuff that we haven't seen. Like I said, schematics would be a good one. We had that in Brothers War. I'm calling it schematics. Like Magic the Gathering set that builds on Brothers War. Just came out in 2022. Builds on the Antiquities set and the hype of the Antiquities set. But I would love to see something like schematics in Sorcery that do something cool on the battlefield that you actually like have to build maybe along the way. So every time a minion passes this dormant schematic or this dormant blueprint, let's call it blueprints, maybe that would be cool, and a minion passes it, it evolves like one counter up, and if it has 3 or 4 counters, it's finally built, and then it unleashes like a big colossus or a big mechanical monster or a big, I don't know if you have played Horizon Zero Dawn. It has like these mechanical monsters in kind of a fantasy, semi-science fiction world. I'm not saying that I want science fiction for Sorcery, but like kind of mechanical monsters. Obviously, we had that in Antiquities and Brothers War as well. So that would be kind of fucking awesome to have. Like blueprints that actually do something on the battlefield. Or if you got like the staff of the necromancer as an artifact, and somebody else has like the book of the necromancer, and you bring these 2 artifacts carried by minions together or whatever, and the book and the staff of the necromancer form the ultimate aura of the necromancer, and then you like bam have like a super powerful artifact because you combined these. I mean, we already have like stuff like the ether core that can be carried into the void. Maybe you can like carry stuff into the void, combine it there, transform the void into a cool side. I don't know. That would be really awesome. I would love stuff like that. Just keep it themed and keep it like in the past. What I loved about Sorcery is that if you play a game, it's very thematic. That means you are like the grappling shot, that you get a minion over here and then you attack it with other minions because it's nearby now, and stuff like that, combined with like an Antiquities theme, mechanized theme, artifacts, whatever, and maybe combine the artifacts to something bigger and have tokens for that and make super cool art out of it, and actually have the same artists draw the same kind of armor set for, I don't know, a certain minion, a certain avatar, whatever. And then if you combine that armor set, have that artist draw like a complete armor set and make it like an equipment or whatever, and then bring that out as a token because you combined the other pieces of armor, but it all is drawn by the same artist and it actually connects. Or you can connect the card like cards that actually fit to each other and build something bigger there. Or maybe even like sites that you have the water, tunnel construction, whatever, and then you actually lay out different cards across sites that form like a visual water tunnel across these sites, and all these sites are flooded or whatever, and these kind of things. I think an antiquities like kind of set would be really, really awesome. And that's my prediction. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I'm a bit hyped up. I don't know why. But that's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good to be enthusiastic about stuff. Sometimes I miss that. Sometimes I do not have that. Sometimes I'm looking too much at people and what they think about me. And I should stop doing that. I should do my own thing, which I normally always do. But sometimes I can be dragged down by others. And then I have to revert to myself, to good music, put up some Pearl Jam with Alive. Reminds me that I am still alive. Or some Carry On by Manowar, and then I'm good again, which I listened before I started up the video, and that I think is the reason why we're 20 minutes in and we have a great ramble. And I even get dragged down by YouTube and the algorithm and the fact that the views are down or whatever. And on the other hand, then I think like, fuck it, it's my fucking channel. I talk about whatever the fuck I want. I got to where I am because I talk about whatever the fuck I want. The people who are actually still watching this are fucking awesome. I get support by several of you. You see yourself here as YouTube channel members and Patreons. Sometimes even a new Patreon or YouTube channel member signs up. So if you want to support the channel, I can really use the support at the moment. Would be awesome if you check out one of my Patreon or YouTube channel member tiers. If you can't, please don't. Think of yourself first. Do what you need to do first and take care of your family and loved ones. But if you have a little bit of extra to support a poor YouTuber, then it's absolutely welcome. But again, just joking. Self-preservation first. Healthy. What's healthy selfishness is, I think, the word I'm looking for, if you know what I mean. Yes, folks. Antiquity set in Sorcery. What do you think? First of all, if you are here at the end of the video after more than 20 minutes, use the code word Yoda. If you become a YouTube channel member, you actually have a Yoda emoji you can use here on YouTube in your comments. That might be fun. Use the code word Yoda, like Yoda would think this idea about an antiquity sorcery set next might not be that bad. Then I know you watched the video until the end because you used the code word in the comments. And I really hope you stay healthy, you stay frosty, which is very important. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that as well. I talk to you next time. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye, folks. Let me know in the comments what you think, what the next sorcery set will look like or what the theme is. I'm very, very curious, honestly. Bye-bye.